Well, back to Fog Entertainment. We're here with Power Book 2, Season 4, Episode 4. And things kicked off with a bang in this episode. Anyway, we had Drew and Diana on the run. We had Tariq searching for Diana in our dorm room. In come Kane and Monet. And they pretty much come to the agreement that Drew and Diana have got to go. Those two, though, they've checked into a motel. Oh yeah, they've checked into a motel, but they've used Monet's card. I mean, seriously, you want to talk about amateur? She confronts them. Drew basically gives her a taste of her own medicine, but I didn't like the way this was all done. It was very like jump cutty, like yeah, it was all over the place for me. It didn't feel like a natural like, oh, we've left now, we're in a motel and the search is on. I don't know, it just felt like there was like random cuts all over the place. I don't know, is it just me that thought that? Leave it down below. But yeah, Diana then tackles Monet, drops her gun, obviously a bit slower from surviving the gun attack, so to speak. And then Kane runs up, he starts firing at Drew and Diana as they're in the car, fleeing the scene. As for Tariq, well, he's still on the hunt. He's speaking to Effie. I mean, what's he going to do when he catches Diana? I'm pregnant, and it's yours, Tariq. Good night. Alright. Then we see Tate's brother, can't remember what his actual name is. We'll just call him Officer Tate. He goes to meet Don Carter and he's like, oh, I need to meet with this cat. You know, he's the new player in town. Then Don Carter tells him a story about how he used to have a homeboy. His mum loved him, but then one day he got up and reached for a can of soda without asking for one. And essentially what he's saying here is, here, you're a part of this team, I'm the daddy. You do not fucking do nothing without my permission. So, know your role, know your place. That's pretty much it for him, isn't it? Don Carter then pays a visit to Monet, pretty much saying that here, Tariq was spotted. Someone matching the appearance, the character of Tariq St. Patrick was spotted at your shooting. So obviously he's trying to twist the knife in there, so that makes Monet think, maybe Tariq's gotta go. Alright, then we cut back to the canvas where Officer Tate confronts Tariq and basically lets him know about this, and Tariq's like, shit, so they're going to be after me. But Tariq's on his mission. He's had someone tailing Diana, who was separated from Drew, and Salim was looking after her, but he gives her the keys to go up to Greenwich, Connecticut, and essentially fend for herself. Well, not fend for herself, give her a safe house, because his family's out of town for a bit. What I didn't like about this episode, though, it was the constant back and forth between Kane and Drew. I don't know, man, it just felt like really cringy, to be honest, like how they kept getting in these situations where they're shooting each other, or like shooting at each other, confronting each other with guns. It's like, just fucking, I don't know, it seems, I noticed it quite a lot in Par, to be honest, where characters just get into a lot of situations where they could just shoot at each other, and for whatever reason, they don't. I mean, obviously they're brothers, I get it, they're going to be a wee bit more hesitant to shoot each other than others, but I felt like they kept repeating it. I mean, at least when Tommy, I know Kane did shoot him at the start of the episode, but at least when Tommy and Ghost were trying to kill each other for periods, man, they were fucking dropping people close to each other, they were shooting at each other. I mean, actually, like, point fist fights, etc. I don't know, man. The way this went about was just an absolute shit show. But yeah, I mean, you've also got Braden, who felt like a bit part player this episode. He's beginning to move the drugs into the clubs. You know, like, see when Salim, by the way, was talking with Diana, he's like, you're a beautiful black woman. You are a black woman. Why can't he just call her a woman? Like, why is everything got to be fucking racist in this TV show, man? Honestly, it's like everything's to do with race, and it's like there's only one white character in it, which I thought was funny. And then it's like, right, I haven't been too impressed with this episode, but then out of nowhere, and I say out of nowhere, I use that term loosely, they whip out this like gala ball that Noma and Kane go to. Now I get it, some people have commented on the channel, and this makes sense that like Kane's just using her to get to the top. Here, totally get that. I do totally get that, I totally respect that, but why, like, when she was speaking to Davis in this episode, Davis was like biting his lips, man. He was like, fuck, licking his lips. As if like Noma's this 10 out of 10. She is like the most bog standard 5 out of 10 I've ever seen, man. Honestly. Like, I'm not even exact. She's just got the short hair. You know, some women suit short hair. She doesn't. And her looks are like the most average you can get. But like you've got like half the cast fawning over her. She's like, oh, mommy issues, Kane. Fucking reel it in. But I do not understand this gimmick. And her daughter as well. Her daughter looks like a man. But I get why Tyreek's talking to her at the end of the episode. It's more probably to get leverage on her. But anyway, we'll react to the promo shortly. But yeah, let's just talk about this episode. You know, Monet finds out Diana's pregnant from her sister. She's like, you've been focusing that little on your daughter, or you haven't realised she's pregnant, sort of talking. And she's like, oh no, I needed to realise, sort of thing. And then what happens? We get a couple of flashbacks with her back to her childhood, or no, back to Drew's childhood, where Drew saved her life. And then she's like, you know what, actually, I'm going to call a truce. Phones came, well, he's got Drew at gunpoint. Don't kill him. I need to know where your sister is. Drew gives up the location. But Tariq busts in after killing Salim. Again, I mean, so Tariq kills Salim. Salim's like, oh, I won't give the location up, Diana. Gives it up. No, it's incredible. He could have just gave up a fake location here. You know what I mean? How would Tariq have known? Like, yeah, Salim runs the risk of him coming back, but Jesus Christ. I thought he cared about Diana. Like, look how quickly he gives it up, and then Tariq's like, yeah, you're just a little bitch. And then they get into a fight. And then Salim gets shot, and Salim gets killed. And it's at this point, it's like, well, to be honest, can you blame Salim for fighting back here? He just gave up his ex-girlfriend's location that he clearly cares about. And this guy calls him a bitch for doing it. Well, no wonder. He's a bitch. Not even like Salim was like, you know what? I bet you give me some fucking money. Even though I know he would have got battered, but he just gets shot and then... I mean, I guess we didn't see a dead body. I'm going to assume he's dead. But yeah, the way Tyreek left him was very weird. Like, he shot him in the chest and then... I mean, he's a bit of a nothing character who got shot in a pretty vital area of the human body. I'm going to assume that he's dead. But then he busts in, he confronts Diana, she's like, you can't do this. Then, this is when Monet walks in, she's like, you can't do it, Tariq. He's like, yeah, why the fuck not? And she's like, because she's pregnant. Tariq's like, well, why the fuck would I care? And then Diana turns round to Tariq and says, because it's yours. Dum, dum, dum. How many times, right, in this show, not that there's been, pregnancies galore, right? But how many times in this show have the Tejadas been pointing guns at each other with Tyreek, and they've no pulled the trick? I feel like this is so overdone, man. I mean, we're just at the start of the 4th season here, and I feel like we've been doing this like every couple of episodes. Tyreek's getting guns pointed at him by Drew, Kane, Diana, Monet, and no one ever gets shot. And it's like, we've got 6 episodes to go here, folks, and we're not going to kill somebody off bigger than Salim. The way this is going, though, I honestly feel like every member of the Tahara family is going to make it out. I mean, I think if one of them was going to die, this was the episode. I get why Diana's not dying, and Monet is the leader, so to speak. Why couldn't Kane or Drew have died? Here, there's still room for it to happen. And the way this episode was going, I thought Drew was a goner. He's packed his bags, he's left the penthouse, but I don't know, man. That's pretty much the way the episode ends, with then Tyreek goes to talk up to Noma's daughter, and I thought it was a very bog standard episode. It felt very like Par, where I think there was a lot of Par episodes where there was a lot going on, but not much substance, and I feel like they were just running about, shooting at each other, doing these Rambo missions that never really led anywhere. So for that reason, man, I'm going to give it a 5. Come on, Par book 2. Go out in a bang. I feel like it's ending very bang average, and I feel like every main character has got like invincibility and plot armor, and it lowers your disbelief and all that stuff. So anyway, 5 out of 10.